Very excitable, these guys. Look at Rusty, he's such a master. And then, of course, Missy wants to shake my hand and say hi. Hey campers, George here. Wanted to take some time to go through some stuff with you. What I thought I'd do today is, in the past couple of months, probably about the past 4 or 5 months, I've been gathering. Basically, if you look here on the side, this is all my camping stuff that I've gathered over the past 4 or 5 months. And I've been thinking about, now that I'm in Minnesota and I have to prepare differently, I have to figure out Minnesota, the outdoors anyway. And obviously it's a lot different from what California was. Basically, what I'm hoping to do is just go through everything with you. I have some different scenarios that I have to take into account. What do I do in the outdoors? And how do I prep for it? What do I take with me? Why? Is it the right thing? Obviously, over time, things are going to change. But I have to start thinking about what I take with me now that I'm in Minnesota. There's a lot more to do out here, a lot more options available for me on things to do. And so having thought about that, I have to look at my gear. I have to decide what I take when I'm doing a specific scenario. Walk-in camp, 2, 3, maybe max days out there, and I need to figure out what I need to pack for that here in Minnesota. Things that right now I can think of is it gets colder here. There's a lot more bugs here. It rains a lot. And just I have to start learning my surroundings. Everything is different. So this is a whole new learning experience for me. So that's something I have to think about. So we have the day walks, my walkabouts, a walk-in camp trip, kayaking, just a kayak trip, go kayak down a river or on some flat water somewhere. Kayak camping, where I take my kayak and I'm going to do an overnighter when kayaking. So what I would take then. So there's a lot of different scenarios. Obviously I car camp, and what I'd take with me, that's way easier. You know, the car camping thing, you know, you can take just about everything with you. And apparently Rusty here has found something to play with. So if you see him down here, he's very happy. And so that's what I'm doing right now. The day obviously is kind of miserable, so it's a perfect opportunity. I've done my chores. So what I want to do is go through everything. I also want to show you some of the stuff that I got and why. And hopefully you'll have a look at this. And there's going to be a couple of videos. I want to do an example of each scenario. And then hopefully you guys can add for me. Give me some suggestions, help me out, some pointers for me. So I'd appreciate any comments you can put down there. Suggestions, always welcome. I'm going to need all the help I can get. Okay, so we're going to have a couple of videos coming out. We're going to start the first one. This one, I'm going to cover a walk-in backpack trip, going just a walk-in and overnight camp. And what I would pack there. You guys will help me out, and I'll be all set, and we can go on some really great adventures. And after all, that's why I'm here. Just saying. I've piled everything that I have. There's a couple of things missing. I do have 2 snug pack jungle blankets that I have packed somewhere. I have here all my packs. I have this one. This is my newest pack I got. I found this in a Army surplus store in Oceanside in California before I came out here. Been looking for one of these for a while. This, in my intention, is to be my walk-in backpack to camp. So there's that. This was a purchase I made online. I believe it was on Amazon, I'm not sure. But it's an over-the-shoulder side pack, and I liked the idea of it. It was a great idea. Unfortunately, I was not thinking right. I was thinking emergency survival pack, a go bag. To be honest, I've gone away from that. It's not what I'm about. I'm about enjoying the outdoors, being safe, obviously, and like everybody else, I got influenced by all these survival experts. And of course, there you go. Another one of my buddies, Missy McCauley, has come to see what's going on. So this pack, I suspect, is going into storage. However, it is hardly used, brand new, and it just might become a giveaway. So keep that in mind. Next, I have this pack. I believe it was a Walmart pack that I bought at Walmart. Right now, I just use it to store my extras in. Again, it's just a basic little backpack. It's actually, it's a nice little pack, and I bought it quite a while ago, which is what I originally used when I went kayak camping. I used to strap this to the top of my milk crate and put it on the top of my milk crate, which I didn't like. It made my kayak top heavy. So there's this one, which is my storage bag. Then I have these two. I have two Highlanders. This is the biggest Highlander. It's a satchel, over the shoulder type thing. And I use this as my gizmos bag. And I'll get into that more with you. Then I have this one, which is an Ozark Trails, which I got from Walmart, which was a pretty big pack. It holds a lot. This is my day pack. It's a satchel, little small. Really, Missy, this is the way it's gonna go. Anyway, this is my small day pack. I use it simply for my walkabouts, and it works for me. I'm sure you've seen that before. So there you go. All my packs. Okay, campers. Like I said, the first pack or scenario I want to cover involves this pack and basically walk-in camping. Probably a overnighter or a maybe 2 days, 3 days, that sort of thing. First of all, this pack, I've been looking for one of these for quite a while. I'm not a big bushcrafter. I don't do that sort of thing because basically I don't know how to do a lot of the stuff. I would like to learn, and hopefully over time I will. But watching those videos, been looking closely at the packs that they use. The videos I watch, Joe Robinette, the other guy, TA Outdoors. I like his videos, very good videos. And from that type of video, I decided I needed a certain type of pack. You could probably call it a bushcrafty pack, but I'm going to be using it for walk-in day camping or overnight, couple of nights. This pack, like I said, I've been looking for one for a long time. And when I was visiting my girls in San Diego, I was driving around in the Oceanside area, and I found this guy. I believe it's called an Alice pack. I may be wrong, believe it or not. Sometimes, 1 in 4 or 5 million times I'm wrong. But I believe it's an Alice pack. It is a military pack. It's used. It's in very good condition. And it came complete pack and frame. It is an aluminum frame, and it's extremely light. And I really like this pack. As you can see, the frame, aluminum frame, solid. Put it on my back and set it up to fit me. It does have what I call a hip strap. It sits on your hip and basically allows you to take the full weight of the pack on your hips instead of on your shoulders. And that's really nice. It makes a huge difference. The reason I like this, the main reason I like this pack, is it basically has one pouch. And that's in here. One big straight down pouch. Nice and big, open. It does have a flap, which basically covers that opening and has another pouch that sits on top. My plan is the stuff that I don't need to get to right away will go in the bottom. On the top here will be the stuff that I need more than the other stuff. Stuff I need to get to more often. And I like that. This is a really well-made pack. It's solid. It does say here on the top here that it is a field pack. So that's what they call it. You can hand wash it, etc., etc. It gives you cleaning instructions right there. So you have this big pouch, this little, what I call a smaller pouch. You don't need to use it. You can just stuff everything in there, or you can open this up and you have it's almost like a big wide pocket that sits on top. And this goes over, and this is the only thing I'm not happy about this pack, is the way this goes over. These straps, apparently, and I've looked, do not release from the pack. You can loosen them and pull them to the sides to open the top, which sounds easy enough, but when the pack is full, these straps are going down between these outer pockets, and they're kind of painful to loosen and pull them to the sides so you can pull the top off. So that's the only issue I have. Maybe there's a way I can modify this, maybe cut these straps and put a clip on it so you can just clip them and release them. So that's the inside. You've got the main pouch. On the side, outside, it has 3 pouches. They're pretty big pouches and will hold a lot. Now these I do like. They have a tightening buckle on it, but they also have snaps, and they have 2 snaps, 2 of them on each one, and they are a tight snap. They're not easy to get on, but the way they designed this, they have a little loop where it snaps on, where they snap on here, okay, and your finger can go through, so you can hold it and push down on your finger. I don't know if you've ever had that problem. You try and get those snaps on and there's no support underneath. You just land up pushing and pushing and it never snaps on. So that's a nice little touch. So they have the 3 outside pockets. Plan to have is my water container and for drinking, so it's easily accessible. 1 pouch for first aid, emergency stuff. I can get to it easier. I don't have to go into the pack. And this one will have things like fire starters, cutters, that sort of thing that I need to get to right away when I'm going to set up camp. So there it is, my Alice pack. So next, let's see what we can get into it. Very excitable, these guys. Look at Rusty, he's such a master. And then, of course, Missy wants to shake my hand and say hi and wants me to pay her some attention. These are Rusty and Missy McCauley. What I'm going to go over now is basically my shelter stuff and things that would probably go in with me whenever I'm camping, or if I plan on making a meal or anything like that, any scenario with that. You'll notice that I have my favorite cutter. We all know this one, my Knives of Alaska bush knife. The reason I put this with this is this comes with me whenever I'm out. It is my main cutter. This is an Ozark Trails 2-man tent. 2-man is generous. You've seen me use it on my camping trips. I really like it. I took it out of its original container and put it in a fairly cheap dry bag, so that I can either put it into my kayak or just slide it in the hull, or tie it onto my backpack. I have my pot, and there's actually a gas container in here. I have my drinking and water cup, which I make my tea, boil any water, that sort of thing in there. And it does have, inside of here is my burner. Quickly, it's you can see I have it wrapped up in here. It fits in here perfect. But there's a Peak, I remembered, Peak 1, and my little Peak 1 burner. So that goes in there, fits in there nicely, doesn't rattle around. That's in there. My pot and the actual gas container, my fuel, is in the pot here, wrapped up in a cloth as well. I have one container there. Typically I do take 2. So these would come with me. They would go into my pack. So we'll be taking those. This is a tarp. This is my older tarp. I've had this for a while and I've used it for a long time. I believe it is a Yukon Outfitters tarp. It is for hammock camping. I have, which if I'm tarp camping, I would take a tarp with me, hammock camping. This is a new item for me, and I just got recently, and it is a Snug Pack Elite 1 sleeping bag. Pretty small, compact. I do have another one, which the smallest I can get is into a big bundle like this. And this is my water container. It is a clean canteen. Missy, come here. We got her to go lie down and relax a little bit. She thinks that everybody who talks in the room is talking to her. Yeah, they're actually good dogs. The other thing that I have is I do have a bare butt tarp, and I'm considering this. I'm in 2 minds which tarp to use. I do like this because it is a little bit thinner, although it's longer, it's easier to pack. I have an Eno bug net. This goes over everything, my hammock, sleeping bag, and everything. It's a cocoon style bug net, so I know I'm going to need this. We're in Minnesota. There's going to be bugs in summer and that sort of thing, so I will be using this a lot more. So that's my Eno bug net. That'll go in there as well. If I'm hammock camping, I did get some Bloom hammock straps. This is a good idea. It's good for the environment. Less damage on the trees you're going to be hanging your hammock to. So, and it's not that big. They're kind of heavy, but they're good ones. So these are my Bloom hammock straps. And here I have my Snug Pack Tropical hammock. I really like this hammock. It's worked well for me. And it's in a small enough bag. It works for me. This is actually a canteen. And it's a military style kidney shaped canteen and has the pouch. This, my intention is to attach it to the outside of the pack, so it's easily accessible. It can, hold on, and there you go. Bless you, George. This video is going well, can you tell? Anyway, so this kidney canteen, it does have the kidney cup with it as well inside, and it does have the plate that fits, well, not the plate, the cover to the kidney cup. So can't remember where I got it, but it was a really good price. Couldn't walk away from it. If necessary, I can put it on my belt. So because I'm going to be out in the wilderness and I'm not sure of the regulations here, I intend to do dispersed camping here. I've been finding out about that, and I've got to learn more about that, but I'm going to need something to get some wood together and everything. So this, I'm sure, will come in handy, and it's my Woods Chogan camp axe. Do like this. It's really sharp, it works well, and fits on the outside of the pack. I can slide it in the sides. And another thing I always take with me, and it's just about on any trip, and there's no way around it, and that is my, what I call my gizmos bag, and it's my electronics. Cameras, GoPro, phone, GoPro extras. I can lighten the load a lot more. I can make it smaller, but I just wanted to make sure you understand that I do carry a gizmos bag with me. And this is a wool blanket. It's not 100%, but it's 80% wool. And I've got these little straps for it, and I'm thinking if I'm concerned, I can strap this to my pack and take it with me. Although it's big and bulky, it can go on the outside, it's extremely light. So those are the main things as far as what's probably going to go into the main compartment of the pack, and are things that I need, obviously, to sleep and that sort of thing. The big decision is, do I take a tent or do I take the hammock? So that'll be the big difference. We covered what's going to go into the main compartment of the backpack. One thing I did forget is I do have an emergency blanket. It's a fairly thick one, and it has the reflective inside and of course the orange on the outside. This would go into the main compartment as well. The reason I take this is, for example, if I take my hammock and I find that I can't hammock camp, I'm going to be sleeping on the ground. This is really thick and heavy duty. I could probably use this as a ground mat to sleep on. So now we're going to look at what goes on the outside of the pack. And that is on one pouch, like I said, one of the pouches will carry what I consider to be tools for making fire, putting up the camp, that sort of thing, so I don't have to take everything out and search for it. It's going to be in one. I have some leather gloves that I'll need, obviously, when I'm gathering wood and chopping stuff and that. It's a good thing to have. I'll have some 550 cord. It has a carabiner on it. I have a compass that goes into it. I have a headlamp, so I can get to that quickly if it starts to get too dark. I do have a little hand pen light. I have a plastic bag here with all my fire bags in it. So it's actually a Ziploc, and it has all my fire starters in a pouch as well. I have some insect repellent, which I might need to get to as well. I do have some lotion. Then I have a cutter. I have my folding saw, which you can use to prep wood. So all that stuff will go in the one pouch. The other thing that goes on the outside of the pouch that I mentioned before would be my Woods Chogan axe. Goes on the outside pouch. I'm going to call it my first aid emergency pouch. And if you're wondering who that is, that's Felix Macaulay, a true cat terrorist. Anyway, my emergency slash first aid pouch. So to start off with, I do have a first aid pouch. It has a bunch of stuff in there, and I've augmented it, big word, augmented it with some extras that I thought I needed. So I have my first aid pouch. I have a little Gerber survival kit. It's a very basic one, but it has some extras in there. I have a water purification pouch. There you go. my water purification. I have a bandana here. It's a cotton bandana. It's one of those that has navigation and survival stuff on it. The other thing I carry in here would be my hygiene stuff. So in the third pouch, on the outside of the pack, is going to be my water pouch. Basically, I'll have my clean canteen full of water. It has a cup on it, nests in it. So that would be in there. And then I have this thing. And don't ask me how to pronounce the name of it. I'm sure you all know what it is. It's one of those head things you put around your head and do all that good stuff. So that would be the third little pouch on the end of the pack. So there you have it. That's what I'd have in there. I do have a, where is it? Here it is, right here. Frog Tog poncho. And that reminds me, on the top of the Alice pack, where the cover that comes over the main compartment, there is a velcroed little pocket. Well, it's not really little, it's actually a pocket in there. And this fits right in there. On the top, quick access, don't have to open anything on the pack, and it fits in there nicely. I have a food bag, and I don't carry a lot of food. Oh no! Don't tell me I'm getting sick. No, I don't think so. I think I just have some allergies. If I'm taking my tent, obviously I don't take my hammock, and I don't take my top. If I need to have some sort of a cover top, I can use my emergency blanket. And my tent and the stakes will go onto the bottom of the backpack. So, comments, suggestions, please. You people that know what you're doing, point me in the right direction. All packed up. As I was telling you about, this is the Velcro pouch that I have in here, and in there is my gotta go and my frog togs in case it starts to rain and I need to cover myself. But as you can see, I put the canteen on, and here are my pouches all packed, and my woods chogan on the side, and these straps going over. First aid pack, things pack, water pack. So there you have it. That's my walk-in camping pack. This has been a long video. Thanks for hanging in there. Please remember, like, share, subscribe, comments. Need them comments. I need some suggestions, ideas, stuff I've missed out, and things that I'll need or I don't need. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll have some adventures to go on soon. Just saying. Bye.